Tyreek was running to score. I said, good, score quick, because then we had, enough time. They had one timeout left, and gave us a little time to go down and kick the field goal.
Just to be able to go against the best, I mean, you want to compete against them every single day, and we got down, put ourselves in a huge hole, and I'm just proud of my team on how we fought to get back in the game. And we had the lead at one point, and we ended up not coming out with the win, but just that fight, I mean, it's something you can carry on and to the rest of this season.
I don't think this is an intimidating place at all. I think it's just the excitement of it being Sunday night against a great team. I think he got excited. I don't think it's intimidating for him at all. I think he rises to for the moment when it's presented, and sure enough, I think he handled himself great.
There was a lot of good players on the field tonight. I mean, it's two good teams, and they both competed very hard. Came down to the final play of the game. There's a lot of good football players out there on both sides of the ball.
He's right. This basically came down to who had the ball last, and in this case, it was indeed the New England Patriots. What do you think the key was for the Pats beating the Chiefs, C?
Well, I think initially the Pats, I thought that they would come in with a dominant running game, that they would use the ball control, that they would go multiple formations, but their basic formation was 3 wide receivers. Because when they play 3 wide receivers, they know they can force Kansas City into playing nickel. And if you want to run the ball, if you want to choose a front to run against, that front, playing nickel, is the best front to be able to run against. So I knew they would do that. Now, what they were going to do defensively, I didn't know they were going to be able to stop them, especially early, as much. Those first 3 drives or scoring opportunities where they made Kansas City settle for field goals, I believe, in the drive before halftime that they forced the tip pass and the interception, they were the difference in the game, because Kansas City moved up and down the 20-yard line to the other 20, and once they got there, things began to bog down. So holding them to field goals early, taking those points off the board right before halftime, that defense slowing them down just enough, what I believe was the difference in this ball game last night.
I want to give the Patriots a ton of credit, because they did exactly what the Patriots are famous for doing. They made almost no mistakes. They didn't have an accepted penalty the entire game, and they didn't punt. So they were converting on 3rd downs when they needed to. They weren't killing themselves. The Chiefs were relatively not penalized, except for one critical pass interference penalty right at the goal line, which ended up being a scoring opportunity. The Chiefs didn't punt until the very end, which was a critical moment in the game. So, like, the Patriots did everything the Chiefs did just a little bit better. The Chiefs clearly said, we're not going to let Gronk beat us. If that means we have to have small people out there to cover him, so be it. And Gronk had 1 catch until the end of the game, where the Pats are only up 4, 1st and 10, 42 yards to Gronk. And then the play where they ended up putting, there's the 42-yarder right there, which put them in position to kick a field goal to go up 7. And then on the final drive of the game to put them in position to get the game-winning field goal, that's right here. So Gronk was relatively silenced and then made the 2 biggest plays of the game for the Pats. But I think the Chiefs should be encouraged, see. They didn't have Justin Houston. He's their best defensive player. They didn't have Eric Berry. He had been historically their best or 2nd best defensive player. They know Houston's coming back. They think Berry's coming back. Pat Mahomes, after playing his worst half of football as a pro, played arguably his best half of football as a pro, and they had no answers for the Chiefs' offense in the second half. All of that in Gillette, down 15 on the road, that's encouraging for the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs have to be encouraged, because I mean, if you look at who their secondary was, how many guys they didn't even have on the roster when they started the season, guys who were playing prominent roles in their defense. And over the last 10 to 15 years, there's only been a couple of young quarterbacks that have been successful playing in Gillette, and that being Sanchez with the Jets, which was supported by a great running game and that great defense,